we gonna run upstairs at all, or?
If you want to go upstairs and run you on your own, go for it.
No, it's all right.
That's no problem. You can go up.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do any.
Hey, stop.
I don't know if you want to do any midget testing.
Here. Mitzi, stop it. Can you shut her up, please? We're here live right now. My dogs are making racket, which is really annoying. Hey, hey.
Not being a good dog.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, sure. Right to the doorbell. Mitzi, relax.
It's one of my other dogs.
Come on, stay. Hey,
Where is it?
right straight ahead.
Okay. I guess just wait out here, okay?
Well, we got Kevin walking in here, guys, so.
Sit down. Sit down.
A little bit of line here.
That's just it. Come here.
Somehow cannot get.
Calm down. Too weak. Come here. They smell dog on Kevin.
Yeah, they smell his. Oh, come on.
Come on. There. Sit. Come on. Sit. That's much better. That's much better.
You changed this, that's why. There we go.
Much better.
So I hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. I'm trying to get on the page to get the comments to come up. So let me, Hey!
I've got two myself.
Yeah, they're excited.
Oh, so am I.
Oh,
Area 51!
gosh. Yeah. Let me get the camera on, it's right here, so.
Alright. Okay, guys, it's enough.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you too.
Come on, go. Go.
Where's the cat?
Right there. So if you wanna. It don't matter.
I haven't seen her.
No, it's right here.
I'm saying,
Alright.
I'm in the camera over here.
Or right here, you can get a.
Okay.
It's up to you. Whatever's easier for you.
Whatever's fine.
I can move the camera. That's not a big deal. It's just I got it on. That's
Delayed.
yeah, delay. The action feed.
Yeah, look, over here's cool.
Okay.
Got my Area 51 sign. I can sit
Kevin
down.
has dogs.
You look at the cars over here.
Get the whip.
I gotta get me one of those. There's a lot of car racing's in it.
Yeah, those were in eBay.
What happens at Area 51 stays.
We got Code Cantina.
They're not too trolls.
There, so.
Wow.
The chat will come up there too. A little bit. So I hope everybody could hear us. Let me move this closer now.
My lad, I sent my lad out over.
That'll raise up. That's got a little telescoping thing on it.
Nice.
So how have you been, Kevin?
I've been fine. Been good.
Thanks for having me over.
You're welcome.
Check out everything. I always appreciate it because I know a lot of people don't do that.
My lad, she was.
Having fun. We got anybody on there?
We got Dave and we have
Shotgun Dave?
yeah Chuck and Dave. And
How you doing, Shotgun Dave?
Code Cantina.
Code.
I've been here before.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought the owner saw her from you. She'll clean with it. Alright, cool. That is a check roll. Slide it.
Slide it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just part of the
85, 86, 87.
Yeah, I got those on a deal. Those were 148 shipped.
Wow, that's
Somebody really bid on this. So I just grabbed them.
Yeah. I'm starting to add some cards in.
Yeah. It takes a while.
Right.
But,
So we rolled out the video videos. I saw your video. Love your video.
Cool, thanks.
I've seen 4 of the 6 videos, so yeah, it was cool that you brought in the MP slot card one.
Yeah, I like the how Tad did his, so I put Tad's out there on the video because I thought a lot of the stuff that he did really made that look really nice.
Oh yeah.
Because it just enhanced the track look and everything. So, so I included his stuff. So,
I like the lights on your layout. Did you buy those or did you make them?
Those are from Model Train Software.
Oh.
So they sell a lot of individual super tiny lights, like pin-headed lights, and different sizes. So it's that's what I've used, and then I got your sign over there and here.
You got my
Here I got yours.
You got
I got
your-
your rails.
oh, the rails are great. It's the best thing about those. They just look so cool.
Yeah.
Are they the right? I don't think you got the right ones.
On these, probably not. That's where they work.
No, we're getting. That's a R1 or R2. R1, yeah, the R1 with shoulders.
Yeah. R1 shoulders.
I thought you didn't have shoulders. You don't have shoulders down there.
No, only right here I have shoulders because of the white area here. But
You can fix that.
yep.
What else is on mine? We got.
Frankie Tomatoes.
Oh wow.
How
you doing, everybody?
Patriot Hobbies.
Patriot Hobbies.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been watching their videos.
You guys watching real on here?
So one of the things that I wanted to get some more people in there, but I'm gonna give away a $75 gift certificate for everybody that not for everybody, but for each, like you, will pick one name out of the hat and give away a gift certificate.
Oh, okay.
And then those, consider that like a semi-final, and then we'll pick the grand prize winner out of those.
Okay.
So, like, Marty will pick out one, and Massimo will pick out
You got
one.
one.
And then so everybody gets a set. Everybody wins for each individual coupon code. So, and then we'll pick the grand prize, the 2 grand prize winners out of that.
Cool.
The $500 one and then the Baby O one.
That will work.
That way it gets everybody involved and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. That's silly thing. So, hey Patriot, hey Frankie Tomatoes. Tomatoes. That's cool. I need a better name.
There's a lot of different names.
Kevin Rutabaga. Kevin Rhubarb.
You got Frank here. He's behind the camera. He's
Yeah, Harry gave me Frank from New York.
yeah.
So,
Almost 20 years ago.
if we were gonna do a track, RTS track for this in this space, we could definitely do this kind of thing. Except I would maybe put some swoops in this inner finger.
Dave had made a track pattern where it had a long sweep. I'm kind of torn when I look at this because I haven't really played with this until Sunday night. I did a live on it and I drew a bunch of cards on it. A lot of these cards. It's like, I don't know. I'd like to retain the digital, but then a part of me doesn't want to retain the digital. But then it's kind of like, well, I have digital cards, and then grandkids come over, and what are they going to do? Analog at low voltage? I don't know if they'll.
Well, you know what I mean? It's great the way it is. I mean, it's like easy to think, oh, I can do this, I can do that.
Yeah.
Is it better or is it just different? I mean, you already have your wood track. So.
Yeah, that's true, and stuff like that. And but it's it works well down here. I thought Dee Dee was crazy when she wanted me to actually put a track down here.
Slop Valley Racing.
Slop Valley Racing. He is HO.
Hey Joe.
Yeah, he's got a lot of HO stuff. That's what I'm saying. That track you have on the BBO would be a pretty cool little track for putting HO cards on.
I'm gonna get the rail in. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I have the domain name Model Car Raceways and Model Car Raceway.
Okay.
So on January 1st, I'm going to
track.
Yeah, all the tracks will be there. They'll be available to order. Not only will we be doing modular tracks in the Baby O, we're going to start building traditional 4-lane tracks.
Okay, cool.
So, and those will all be CNC laser cut and repeatable. So it will be more like the Slot Car Maniacs, where they got the 4-lane tracks and parallel lanes for the most part. So we're going to develop we already have developed like some of the more traditional, based on traditional like the hill climb,
Right.
the paper clips, the.
So you're gonna have inclinations, then you get more and more.
Yeah,
like,
it'll be a traditional track like a girding or an American model car raceways. That kind of, but 4 lanes and but it'll be able to order from like 4 different things, 4 different layouts.
Okay.
The traditional figure 8.
And these are all modularized.
They're going to be in 8-foot sections like a typical like you would build.
Okay.
Because something I've always wanted to do. The modular tracks will be great because shipping will be cheap. The traditional tracks are not going to be cheap, but they'll be available and there'll be one in stock all the time.
Gotcha.
So if somebody wants one, they can order one, and then I can spend a week building another one, rather than having to commission one. Now, and wait for it to arrive.
Right.
So the trade-off is they won't be inexpensive, but they won't be outrageously priced either, and you won't have to wait for it.
Okay. Yeah, the Baby O, people are talking about that. What was they put that on? I don't know if anybody else did, like Marty and Moz, but I featured the Baby O on the video because that was pretty good. The Baby O is $139, so it comes with the braid. You have to place the braid yourself.
It comes with a braid, pre-tape braid, so it's ready to go. You just would need to wire it to a power supply, or I'm going to include a standalone controller station as well.
Okay,
Laser
cool.
cut with the nuts and bolts and stuff. You still have to wire it yourself, and there's so many resources out there.
Yeah, to wire it. It's not that hard.
It's not going to be hard. And the videos that we already have, showed pictures of the rally track on my Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that. That looks cool.
It is neat. That's with the 9mm, so full height slot. That's the first thing we did with so you have a 9mm slot depth.
So that'll be perfect. Yeah, that's really nice you listen to us on that one. Because
No,
some of the cars that we had, they weren't, when we had the other one, they weren't really too deep in there. And it's weird how different guides, and it's just the way you set it on the car too. But that really helps that you listen to that fact.
It's going to add about 50. It takes a lot longer to machine the 9mm over the 6mm. You wouldn't think so, but you actually have to cut it 3 times and refocus the laser to get it through cleanly all the way through. So it's not that it's impossible; it just takes a lot more time. So if someone is using, Carrera and regular home stuff, they should order the regular one. If you want to get the deeper slot track, there'll be some extra cost.
Gotcha.
So you weigh yourself between shaving your guide flags down because you only race at your home track, and if you're club track and you're using the deeper guides and slot invasion things and stuff like that.
What were you saying, Frank?
I think with the 3 cuts, it'll make a cleaner cut for you, right?
Right. It just takes 3 times as long. Material cost isn't that much. From 1 hour cut time to 3 hour cut time is a significant amount of time.
More time.
And then you multiply that by, say, you have 6 sections. So,
Gotcha.
but the Baby O is or the baby, which baby is like the prefix. So Baby O is the oval.
Gotcha.
And Baby R is the rally.
Right.
And Baby S is the single lane oval, which is more of a traditional, like a test track bull ring kind of thing. And then we have a parallel lane oval because we have the pinched oval, which was showed. Many people expressed the fact that they would rather have have parallel lanes and no squeezes. So we've made a Baby O with a parallel lanes.
Right.
And then the track that we have set up, you guys have been racing on a couple times. The straights are now parallel to each other, and you can have a pinch at one end and no pinch at the other, or no pinch at all. Or pinches at both ends if you really wanted to. So we've made that modular. So the straight sections are equally spaced, and you can make a thing as long as you want. So there's it won't have that impossible to pass, except for one tiny spot problem any longer. So you can still have the pinch on one end or not.
Gotcha. Are you going to replace? Well, you're just going to leave the existing one.
We'll leave the existing one there, but I will be building another one,
Gotcha.
and that will be I think it'll be a great small club track, especially if you only have a garage to work out of.
Yeah, I mean, anything that's more, how would you say, attainable to the public that isn't so much.
Right. I mean, that's the Baby R rally I'll be finishing up today or tomorrow, and be able to show that painted and running. and then the next track I'm going to do is the full-size rally track, and then after that I'll do the oval, and the oval will be with the 9mm with the full-size slots and TrackMate software and ready to go. And I think I'm going to do that like 24 feet. So it'll be pretty fun.
Cool. I know a lot of the Europeans, like the Spaniard countries, love that rally type track stuff. I would see. There's the Facebook page is called Stock Car Cordoba. There's a lot of the Spanish side there, and there's a lot of guys that have rally tracks where they just and they like that stuff. They even have little areas where it goes into the water. So it's just something that that's real to be popular over there is the rally stuff. Let me open this up so we can see better the comments. So, alright, where'd we go? There we go. So far, Slot Valley, cool. I would like to do a feature. You can get a body ready while George films. Something else we're talking about, which is scratch filling. I think Slot Valley Racing's asking about scratch build stuff. So, but anyways. Slot Valley Racing he does a lot of HO, the Viper cars and all that. He's got his own channel where he does a lot of that stuff. But again, HO is another thing that's a whole nother venue.
Yeah, a whole other way.
Thing,
Yeah, we're getting a great deal of orders for HO scenery. Yeah, the 164 scale scenery is up to about 25% of our sales, where it was like 5 or 10. And we're getting a lot of 143 scale orders as well. People, customers ordering some things in 143 and some things in 132nd because they're doing more infield stuff using die cast cars that you can get. And if you like, for example, if you want far end of your layout, you could have in perspective, it would look good to mix up the scales because you can put a lot of stuff in that area. We saw a lot of the Riverside snack bars in 143.
Gotcha.
And I released a couple more facade, the ticket office entryway and the one of the bathrooms. And now today I'm going to be putting up the Riverside question box office thing, and the speakers. Already sold a couple of those. The TAD has the speakers building, which looks kind of like any local track's office, and so I've got that facade, just the front of that, so you add that with because they're completely flat, or you can build your own building behind it.
Good question from Patriot Hobbies. Does the Riverside 4-lane bridge cover all 4 lanes for 132nd? That depends on your lane spacing.
The Riverside 4-lane bridge does cover 4 lanes. Yes, it does. The track. We're offering it in both the vehicle bridge. It's not an overpass because it was a single lane bridge, so it would be part of a Riverside diorama where you'd have a enter and exit the infield. Right. And it was just one way. You could use it one way or the other way. So it was a big source of traffic problems at Riverside. It does cover 4 lanes. I mean, it's 18 inches.
There you go, Patriot Hobbies. That was the question. He likes the Riverside stuff. He says it's awesome. Cool. We call Riverside track.
We have one of the things that's not on the website, but will be, or you can request it, and is I have the track markers. The track markers for Riverside. Okay. Turn 1 through 9. They look perfect. It's just one of those things I just never got around to actually doing. When customers order the big Riverside tower or whatever, I always ask them if they want those. The turn markers.
Yeah. We got Pistol Pete 651. How you doing?
Pistol Pete, thank you for your order.
Just purchased Riverside building Black Friday got me. That's usually what happens. I know I posted something for Stock Car Corner as well. They have usually a lot of good deals on their cars. So
I was scrolling through that, trying to figure out which ones to buy.
This one right here, that one right there, they have a white one for $55. That's an excellent car.
And that's in the Stock Car Addicts rule book.
Yeah, that is an excellent car. It's a real great car. You just, loosen some screws, treat the tires. You can change the guide if they allow it, and then tape the pod, and that thing whirls around here like nothing. It's pretty fast, so. Yep. So if you guys want to check that out too.
What kind of fabric did you use on top? I like this.
This is from I don't know the name of it. I do have some if you want some. This I got from a fabric warehouse. So the last one that I got was from Joann's Fabric. It was more of a felt, but this stuff we wanted kind of when we went looking for it was kind of like the desert, going on there.
Use carpet. The problem with the carpet is it's things don't sit well on it.
Yeah, and kind of
fibers get underneath it.
No, this stuff is pretty good. It was cheap. That's why I got it.
No, but I mean, I was wondering how you did it because I went to Home Depot or Lowe's and bought a bunch of dark carpet so I mixed it between green and dark carpet for our curler out in the shop, and it was good. But I'm looking at this and just touching it, and I'm like, that'd be actually better.
It lays flatter. I mean, a lot of people worry about noise. And, I don't really have a lot of noise. There's nothing really resonates to this because this plywood's 3/8, so it does well. I don't usually any how would you say, insulator or anything like that, or deadening material. So there you go. Just a peek again. My Monolith Riverside custom lettering sign is coming to UPS.
Yeah, I had fun making that, by the way. We made custom art for that, and I put together the North Wilkesboro starter stand with his custom artwork on it.
Cool. Patriotic drug my mom and brother 6 months. 6 months old, me to the 76 F1 walking Glen Racing. Really?
That's cool. Did you go up on the Dunlop Flying Bridge?
Yeah. Dunlop Flying Bridge on the
the Dunlop half bridge, and was originally a portable diving thing.
Oh, really? For pools? Really?
Yeah, and it's because they also had one at they almost exactly the same one at Brands Hatch with Lucas branding, but they have the ladder going off the side because you could put it together with the ladder going straight on it, put it together with the ladder on the side with the landing on the top.
Gotcha. Huh. Cool. I'm sure to keep that in the comments here. So what other things you have in the future that you're thinking about?
We have a lot of low profile buildings and facades to come out still.
Very cool.
Something is we're doing a lot of little things. Like I have 3 picnic tables for $5. It'll be up for sale on this Friday, which are pretty, they're picnic tables, but they're cool. What else is coming out? For the Australian market, we have the Paradise Surfers Control Tower.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty big. It's a pretty big build.
You have somebody in Australia right now distributing for you, or?
Right now, Sven in EU is shipping to Australia. We had someone, unfortunately, had some sort of issue, and he could no longer do it. So he stopped trading. It was 10/10, and he just couldn't do it, I guess, for whatever reason. So that didn't work out, unfortunately. So we have something coming up in March that we'll announce in March. But basically, we'll be covering the Australian market pretty thoroughly. We have products developed for them. Well, we just put the Yokohama Bridge up on the website. We have the Panorama Bridge that'll be up on the website soon, and the Surfers Paradise. Plus, we have the Broken Hill Gate, which is also the gasoline alley entrance. So it's kind of double duty for the Australian market. A lot of racing history in Australia. Yeah. Australia and New Zealand get a lot of great racers, even now. A couple Australians. With Daniel Ricciardo and Piazzi.
As drivers.
The only thing that followed won the Chicago NASCAR race from Australia.
Plus, what Bruce McLaren was from New Zealand, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I believe he was. I'm not sure. Some of that history I don't know at the old racers.
What's one of the interesting things about doing this is all of a sudden you're doing all this deep research on some track in France or something like that, or Australia, the history of Australian racing. And one thing I really like about YouTube is you can get up every morning and have coffee and sit and watch a race from 1959 or a race because they were such newsworthy events, and they were at the very least they shot the whole race and edited it down to a newsreel kind of thing, like a 45-minute version, and they saved it, and it's all ending up on YouTube. There's one really interesting. It's 1971 German Grand Prix, and it's on YouTube without any commentary. It's just the cars going by because the commentary we put on in local languages throughout the world. So that what they have is a recording of it, and it's been taken down a couple times, but it keeps ending back up on the site, and it's just really cool to watch the cars go by, and the only thing you see is the graphics of who's leading every once in a while.
Right.
And then there's another gentleman, he goes by Rocco Cars on YouTube, and he's been restoring all of these things using video restoration.
Yeah, there's another person.
And they're just pretty.
Really look good. They enhance them.
Stunning, yeah.
They did that with, there's one guy called Druid Works. I'll watch him sometime. He does the fighter aircraft from World War II. He's enhanced some of those, and that's really shows you a lot more clarity. So that's cool that doing it with that. The technology's allowing you to fix those things.
Yeah,
clear.
It's great. You can sit and watch, these races from the 60s and 70s, and that's when the cars were great. It was the Wild West. Every car was different, and
there were no safety aspects of it. And men drove by basically no seatbelts.
Basically, the only reason we need the driver to end the race alive is to win.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win.
Well, they used to say they didn't wear the safety belts because they were afraid of the fire. They'd rather be thrown out than burned to death.
That would probably be better.
Yeah. But I think a lot of the when Art and Senna died really changed a lot. I mean, you had Niki Lauda getting burned, and a lot of other drivers before that just dying on the track. So it was a different time. But they were just those guys really had, really knock us to drive those things because just a lot of black cars,
But I mean, the safety issue is obviously we'd like drivers to be safe, but it'd be nice if they were, if you look at the Can-Am cars or all that stuff, there are a lot of variations in body styles, or even and things like that. Or sports car racing. Porsche looked like a Porsche, and Ferrari looked like a Ferrari. Now they kind of all look the same.
Yeah, that's one of the things with NASCAR too. It's really dropped off. Is the cars don't. I guess they don't have the really personal individual identities. Is what the thing is.
The same thing as no identity.
Yeah. The livery, they're just a facsimile of a car, and it's and that's cool in one regard, but kind of not inspiring in others.
Right.
And when they were actually racing stock cars, it looked like an Oldsmobile, it looked like a Ferrari, it looked like a Pontiac.
Yep. There's Bo from Germany. How you doing, Bo?
Hi, Bo from Germany.
Yeah,
Sven Slot Car Studio. He's not doing the discount, but any order of €70 or more still gets a free sign. And I'll be mailing those signs out the first week of December to him. So,
okay. Cool. Yeah, I put the part of the European link on the Slot Car Studio. Right?
Yeah.
I put that on there. On
Slot Racing Studio.
Slot Racing Studios. Okay.
SlotRacingStudio.de. Sven's great. He's been a partner of ours for 16, 18 months now, and he's got a great website. I'm going to be ordering a bunch of figures from him because he's got a lot of
I do need some figures. I kind of want to. So upstairs I have the wood track, and I have what's called the Flash Fantastic that they don't make anymore. And I got 2 of those before because he had 2 left. It's Scott Vargo, and if you see, you get these, and they light up. And I have 2 of those kits. And you get the sensor here. They light up. All the guys see right here.
Oh,
right here they light up. They're taking pictures.
Oh, cool.
And I have 2 of those kits. And so he actually made these as a, I think it was like a college like paper
Project.
Yeah, and what it is, I think it's like you could do the Arduino and stuff. I haven't really reverse engineered anything. I don't think I could, but that right there didn't really take off too well, so it didn't do all that great. So a lot of people don't know about it, but when they see it, they go, "Oh, cool! You know, where can I get that?" I was like, "Really no longer make them," but I do have two upstairs. I like to put in on the other track to make a, flash photography.
It looks like Patriot Hobbies is asking about Rockingham stuff.
Let me see. Sorry, Patriot. Any Rockingham stuff? Yeah, he is. Any Rockingham stuff.
Send me some pictures of what you like. I haven't made it out to Rockingham since they've kind of sort of reopened, but absolutely, I would love to do like any NASCAR related or stock car related thing that's an independent track. I would love to do. Like, it was fun doing the North Wilkesboro thing, and then of course the Daytona spotter tower, camera tower, media tower thing.
There you go, Patriot. If you, like you said, if you need anything, just send them photos of it. You know, it'd be a cool one to do from NASCAR. Remember the '76 one where the people would be in it? It was like a ball.
Oh, the balls.
Yeah.
The Sunoco Tower is what it is now.
Exactly, yeah.
It began its life as pure,
Uh-huh.
and then the big pure, and then the 76 ball, and then when they changed over to Sunoco as the official race fuel, they took the balls down, and I guess Earnhardt's got one of them, Earnhardt Jr.'s got one of them.
There's one at the museum too, I think.
Yeah.
At the NASCAR museum, there was a 76 ball there.
Yeah, because there's four.
Yeah.
In each corner, and, so it's now Sunoco. So we have that. The problem is the ball. You can't laser cut a ball.
Yeah, that'd be kind of hard to do.
And I do
you have to make an acrylic one or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I make a like a pit lane sign with the Sunoco ball, and I buy I get new old stock Sunoco antenna toppers. You can get them on eBay. They're not super, like $6-7 a piece. So you can buy them. They're basically like a ping pong ball, but styrofoam with a hole in it you used to put on your antenna, like the Jack in the Box thing. Or some people used to put the dice. So I use that to make a couple products, but one big enough for that I haven't found.
That'd be kind of tough to make, like you said, a spherical ball. That would make sense, How would you get a laser cut something like that? Take a lot of
you could take a clear Christmas ornament and make one yourself, but it's not something I can really mass produce.
Yeah.
But you could MacGyver it from, if you ordered the Sunoco thing and wanted to paint your own Christmas ornament and replace the platform. The other thing I could do is, it wouldn't be the ball, but I could do like the Pure Tower. The Pure Tower has just a circular with an arrow through it. That's kind of an interesting thing because Pure had almost exactly the same logo as Sunoco, and then both had the arrows. But I should probably add the. I mean, at least it wouldn't be the ball, but it would still be Union 76.
Yeah, Union 76. So I know this week said Dale Earnhardt Jr. Owns his own 76 ball, where there are people would stand inside. It is in his race car graveyard.
Yeah.
They had some of those Unical balls back in the day. And the top is.
Yep.
Bo's asking Kevin, any chance you will find retailer here in Germany to distribute?
We already do.
The items. They do.
Slot Racing Studio.
Slot Racing. It's on the. So the Black Friday video I released this morning. The link is on the description, Bo. As it says, it's Slot Car Racing Studios, DE.
Yeah.
So it's there.
The link is also on my website. Is in the front page. It says international buyers. Click on there. Ben's been our partner for a while, and he gets, he'll take pre-orders and then plus he has stuff in stock as well. So if you can reach out to him today, and CC me on the email, Sven at slotracingstudio.de. I'll make sure that if you want to order something, you get it in the next order.
We got Dick Software driving, listening to us, and we got John Tucci. How you doing, John? So he said, thanks, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Bo.
Yeah, well, so now you got a resource there that you asked about. I just took advantage of the Area 5125 code and ordered a few things. All right, Dave.
Shotgun Dave, thank you, sir. Yeah, the initial, I was driving over here, I'm like, wow, people are actually paying attention to the videos.
Yeah, that's good. I know that's...
Especially, because one of the reasons I wanted to do a specific code for each of the people that partnered, like you did, is, to know it's like how effective it is and who, Frank and I were talking strategy, not like I just want to know who to thank, for helping out.
No, I appreciate it. I believe in the product, and I'll say stuff about it. If it's something that I like, and I think it's a good product, everybody like it, I'll promote it. So, it's like SEC is one that I really gravitate toward because they really provide us with a lot of the scratch building stuff, and it wasn't for Steve Sawtell at Slot Car Corner, we wouldn't have a lot of these motor brackets that we have now. Like, they have a motor bracket to make those midgets because the standard one is too wide. So they do make a narrow one, so they'll make a chassis out of that. And usually you'd have to make your own mount and stuff. So it's nice to have those things. And now they have the kits, the 1/32 scale kit. So it's nice to have that so people could build stuff. And then, like a lot of your stuff here, it's really nice. It's durable. I mean, it's structurally sound. I mean, those guardrails, I've ran into them quite a few times, and none of them have broken. Once they're put together, they're pretty solid, just like a lot of these stands right here. I mean, these things are just...
Yeah, you can break them if you want to try.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to try. The thing, when we first released the guardrails, and it's fun. We sold a whole bunch of them, and it's kind of trailed off a little bit, but, lots of people have Carrera track that could, or even Collector track that could take advantage of these. I haven't had a single complaint of anybody breaking them. It's kind of like... the structural value, if you build a model airplane, if you build it out of balsa, one little individual piece might be very easily breakable. Yeah. But when you put it together and glue it together, it becomes pretty solid. And then the fact that it's held down by gravity for the most part, it gives a little bit. So your car's not hitting a brick wall. So, and then worst case scenario, if you're really reckless and crash into it, you have to move it back in there. On mine, I just used a staple behind each one to make sure they stayed put. So. Oh,
but they're fine. I mean, they're way better than the damn Carrera plastic ones. Those things are terrible.
Like a toy.
Yeah, they're too toyish, and the plastic is.
It's interesting that the red and white rumble strips on the outside of this, which are kind of, when you use their guardrails, are really annoying. But when you use like these with that,
they look a lot better.
It looks a lot better.
Yeah, because
it's more realistic.
They're contrasting that. They're not being the same thing as like a candy stripe color on everything. It's look like a candy cane,
When I you were there yesterday on the tracks, I alternated red and white on all the guardrails around.
Yeah, I saw
which
that.
really kind of adds something to it.
But these are all paintable. That's what's nice.
And they look like plastic when you paint them. Like we used a Krylon with the Krylon primer, and then spray them.
It does.
They don't look like wood, and they look great as just like wood, but they look pretty great painted. And then I did the guardrails and the catch fences on the Carrera track are painted with Krylon metallic nickel. They don't look like wood at all. It looks like metal.
Yeah. We got Kevin's products for test. I have Le Mans pit building. They're excellent. Yeah, I remember when Dave was building that. And all the instructions are online.
And there's no passwords or anything. If you want to see what you're getting into, you can get them. Download passwords before you even own them.
Right.
Buy it. Just so the whole thing, since we first met a year ago, May.
It's been that long.
No, but the thing is like, you get to. I mean, for me, you get to interact with the customer. They have questions about stuff. It's like see the pictures of the stuff in the layout, like Tad's stuff. It was just I had no idea.
There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of things that are kind of under the radar. Tad is basically, he does Instagram only. He doesn't do Facebook. That's one thing I noticed about him. But when he was building his track, so he built this track, and it was just, you know, 2-lane oval. And then he started adding stuff. Your stuff was like, wow. You know, he added a lot. I was like, wow, that looks great. That looks pretty, you know, like I said, Americana right there. That's a dirt track.
Yeah.
The way everything set up was so cool. So that's why I had to share that video and pictures to show everybody, you know, this is what you get out of it.
Yeah.
So.
You know, the speakers building, when he took a picture of that, because he didn't use any of the total stuff because it was from Reams, and it's just a big square building where was the communication hub of Reams, and all of the telephone lines and all that stuff led there. And he put the pole in front instead of the back like it is on the original. And I was like, that's a good call, because that looked really good to me. I was like, wow, now it looks like an entirely different building. If it didn't say speakers on it, I'd be like, who made that?
Yeah, because it fooled you, didn't it?
Yeah, like I said, it took me a second, and then, you know, because he didn't use the total and didn't paint it white, but it looks like similar to what's all kinds of dirt tracks, and even like sort of like the building that's at Bowman Gray. I mean, not really, but it's close enough. I mean, yeah. And I love seeing people take things farther, because it's like, as you work on it, like you're trying to recreate this building exactly, but it really could be anything,
right.
Anybody.
And then people add the lights, like I know on your page, Kevin Soccer, you have a page and you have a lot of people will add lights and just add their own personal touch, and those are really cool. That just makes it more enhancement of what they're getting. You just mold it themselves.
It's one of the things on my layout prior to starting Racetrack Scenics, I had lights and everything in varying degrees with different remotes and all that stuff. But now it's like I don't really have the time to go into that detail. But I've been adding details to the oval, and I'm really going to do something special with the rally track. Because it's actually got spaces for particular products on it.
That'd be good. That'd be great to see that.
And I'm not going to paint them like the original. I'm going to follow Tad's lead and just go elsewhere with it for those products, even though they're supposed to recreate the question box at Riverside. It's not going to look like.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll get a rally car, because I never really owned a rally car. A lot of cars I own, I'm not much of a rally person. Maybe time to get a rally car and just maybe have a rally car.
Probably a couple of minis. I realized that I have a 4-wheel drive Mitsubishi that I got in a box. I bought a box of cars from somebody nearby here, and I didn't realize it had a couple rally cars that were actually 4-wheel drive from SCS.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Raul.
Hi, Raul. Raul. John Tucci. Conquest Racing Club.
Yep, that's Raul. He's got a channel where he catalogs actually new cars, Carrera cars, and lap times. It's really good the way he has it organized. You should look at it. He's very how would you say, savvy with web designing. I think that's what he does for a living, and he's got data on all the stock Carrera cars that he's ran around the lap and all that, tested. So he's got a large collection. So he's into a lot of different things besides stock cars. So, but. Are you gonna be going to? Are you be doing a live with Marty tomorrow by any chance? Or?
I think it's tonight.
Tonight? Oh yeah, tonight.
Yeah, Marty tonight at 8:30, and I'm going to be zooming with Boone at 8.
There you go. Cool.
For his Patreon page.
All right.
And I don't know if Maxim does anything.
He's been doing his videos, but he's been busy, I think, because he's had a job transition, so that's why he's kind of dropped out. But I talked to him, he's doing fine. He's trying
he
to
did a really cool video for us.
Yeah, he did. He's good at doing those. I think all those guys are a lot better than what I do. I see their stuff, I'm like, I should have done that, But
as long as it's honest and it feels right.
Mine's
These guys will slide into the
he always he's got the hair. So I'm sure a lot more ladies watch him than anything.
A lot of lady slot car people.
Yeah. So Moss he's real slick in his track. He's done a lot to his, and with the scenery and all that stuff he's done, and he's also changed it too. So he's documented a lot of that stuff, and
he was one of the first guys. Him and Boone were the first guys I was watching during COVID when I first started to really get back into it. Was him
watching him, and he got his billboard right here. I like his billboard. So, but when I got the
what are you doing with the extra LED there? Oh, that's
just the wiring to hook up to it.
Connector.
Yeah. So, but I have a sign there. I got one over there, and then I got one here that kind of dims and flashes, and then I got the bright one there. That's on its own power supply. This is through the LED network that I have here. So
makes me so happy. I mean, it's like just speaking.
Got even the original sign you made for me. Remember?
Yep.
This one right here. This is one of the first ones.
Yeah, all hand painted. Yeah. Individual, not printed at all. Individually painted.
It's a cool
with
sign.
that green, like candy green.
Yeah.
Or metallic green.
Metallic candy green. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a classic. That was we converted the Goodyear sign from Riverside to make that.
And Raul made this one, and you got that printed for me. That's a Raul design that he actually made.
This one?
No, this one right here. This logo.
Oh yeah.
He designed that one, and he designed the hanger one. So.
Good job, Raul.
Yeah, he's helped a lot of other guys out too. So.
Model Car Raceways is going to need a logo.
Yeah. There you go.
Since I kind of plagiarized the original American Model Car Raceways, or Model Car Racing Congress logo kind of for our thing, sort of. And, it'd be nice to have something a little bit different for that. I love, this is like one of my favorite.
It's a nice sign. It's big, it's large,
Yeah. No, but
stands
I
out.
like the logo, the way the logo, the triple logo on there. First I was like, what is Johan thinking? And Johan, shout out to Johan, who's probably listening to us in Cape Town, South Africa. He is the true genius behind most of this stuff. Actually, probably all this stuff. He's our designer, and he designs a lot of this stuff without ever actually building it himself. Hi, Johan.
I have my dog's ear bugging track a little bit. So.
I don't want to take up too much of your time today. Has anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, anybody have any questions on anything else?
I do appreciate all the sales that we've had today, and I was.
We could get in more into about the Baby O giveaway and stuff. Let's detail on that. So.
Okay, well the details are this. The original details are listed in the what you put in the video. There's going to be two winners for the one's going to get $500 gift certificate, store credit, and a Baby O track. The runner-up's going to get a Baby O track. What we added to it is each participating influencer, such as Area 51 Raceway, Speedway, is going to also pick a winner individually. So, Slot Car News, Massimo, MP Slot Car Space, Marty, Two Lines, Boone, that Slot Car Guy, and Slot Car News are all going to pick a winner for $75 gift certificate.
Oh, cool.
And that will be kind of like a semi-final, and we'll take those 7 winners, put them in the pot, and choose the grand prize and runner-up prize out of that.
All right, cool.
So that kind of makes it a little different. So if you want 2 chances to win, use Area 51 code and use Slot Car, MP Slot Car Space code or whatever. Then 2 different purchases.
Cool. And then so the track. So this is the one thing you talked about, which was really cool. Is the Baby O track is $139, right?
Yeah.
So and you said, no, correct me if I'm wrong. So if you purchase the Baby O track and you want to branch out and purchase a bigger track, then you could credit.
Absolutely.
139 Baby O to a bigger track. So.
Now what the Baby O represents, it's a great test track, but it's also we're branching out into something new. So before you invest $1,500 on a 24-foot track or whatever from me, buy the Baby O, see if it's for you. because you'll have to put the braid on it. If you've never done that before, it seems scary, but it's actually really easy. But buy a Baby O, set it up for yourself. If you like the quality of it, if you think it's the full-size track is for you, then I'll credit the $139 towards the purchase of the big track.
Okay, there you go, guys. So I want to.
Yeah, and we're not. You don't get into slot car racing things because you want to get rich. You get into slot car racing things so you can do more slot car racing things.
Right.
So, I want people to be happy with any product that we make, and our tracks, and you can see, are fun. They're easy, and they're like IKEA furniture. Snap them together, paint them, and you're on your way. You can be ready to go on the weekend, and then you can keep adding scenery and whatnot with it.
Stuff too. So Dave has a question here. One second, Frank, real quick. So Kevin, can you do a gantry with a cell phone holder in it? That would work great to use as a lap track app for timing. And then Pistol Pete's asking, what's new that's working on that might be out for next year? This is talking about next year. So.
As far as doing a gantry for a cell phone, one of our friendly competitors, Magnetic Racing's got a really cool one out with some 3D printed part for it. We had something in mind, and basically it's the VIR gantry that we already have, and we just all we need to do is cut a hole in your cell phone. It'll just sit in the top of the gantry, and it would work perfect.
Okay.
So there's several of our products that actually work like that. But we don't have a specific product. I mean, I think let's give credit where credit's due. Magnetic Racing had a great idea with that. So, but I think if you buy our VIR, I can just leave a hole open for the cell phone, but sit right in there.
Just sit right in there. Okay.
One thing that's cool about theirs is you can actually see the cell phone really well. I don't think there's a need for me to copy their product.
Gotcha.
So, it's a great product what they got. And I was like, yeah, one for them.
What the Baby O track? What is all included? The inside borders.
The Baby O track is going to arrive assembled. The infield and the outfield is removable, so it's a full infield and outfield. If you look at the picture, everything's included, including the braid. All you need to do is peel the braid, stick it up, and put the braid on. I do recommend you use a braid roller. That's not included. You can get that at Spot Car Corner for $59, or borrow one from a friend. Or in the old days before that tool is really great. What they have at Spot Car Corner. And that's what I'm using. But before that, they used a wallpaper roller.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And for a track as small as the Baby O, the wallpaper roller will get the job done just fine. And those are like $7 at Lowe's. The one that's got a wood roller rather than a plastic one works good better.
But always remember when you're gonna add that braid, make sure you paint it first. Do not. If you don't paint it first, you're gonna run into a problem.
Paint it first, and one more shout out to Slot Car Corner. Their pre-tape braid is an incredibly great value because he's cleaned the residue off of the braid, which is a very important thing to do. Otherwise, the glue doesn't stick to it. He includes a small remnant of adhesive, so if you mess up a little small section, you can just add in that adhesive to the braid. And I'm going to be purchasing it and selling it, not selling it, but I'm going to be purchasing it from him, and then including exactly how much braid you need for the Baby O. So you don't need to buy 250 foot of braid for the Baby O, because if he sells it 250 and 500 or 1,000 or something like that. So, but I'll include in with the purchase of the Baby O the exact amount of braid that you need.
And then you can also do copper tape.
You need to specify that in the comments if you happen to want copper tape, because otherwise it's going to have the gains cut for braid.
Gotcha. There you go.
I think a lot of people in the United States, just because they grew up with tracks, commercial tracks that have braid, has a certain look and feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
But copper tape looks just as good. Mm-hmm. A couple of the club tracks that we race on here have copper tape. It's 12 years old and it's worked perfect. And and if you're buying a small amount of it, it's very inexpensive.
And then you'll also be able to make it into HO
So you put rails on those if you.
Right, I'm getting the rail stuff in, and you can order that for HO. Not going to do any of those until after the first of the year, though.
Okay, very good.
Because I'm going to, I want to make sure that it's perfect. But the cool thing about HO, the rail's another one of those things. It sounds scary, but basically you'll just put the rail into the groove where the rails go and press in colored 22 gauge wire, and the color of the jacket's the color of the lane.
Gotcha. All right.
So if you want a red and white, you have a red lane and a white lane. The cool thing about the Baby O, whatever, it's an inside lane or an outside lane, or the rally track, it's one lane.
Gotcha. So we got let's see, here we go. So we got Michael Squire. How you doing?
Hi, Michael.
And Kirby Road. How you doing?
Kirby Road?
Yep.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, Kirby Road Soccer. I used the VRR brand tree just like that. The cell phone fits perfectly.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby Road is used it. So.
The lap timer on your phone is pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was using that previously on a product that before we built the VIR. I built something very similar to that just out of balsa wood. And I had my phone on it, and it was money. It was perfect.
They also have something called Lap Tracker that Dave's using. It's only $1.99.
That's
Actually,
what
that's what you. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, it's cheap and
It works great.
yeah.
Once
It's
it's
just
set up.
one little thing there. You don't have to have the if you don't want the Smart Race app and all the other stuff. So.
Pro tip though, like when it was doing that originally, the way the gantry was set up, the floor or the base of my gantry would go underneath the track, and because of that, every time the car would go over it, it would vibrate the track a little bit. It would actually do a false lane. It would trigger both lanes. So by screwing it down to the layout, not having anything touch the track, that vibration didn't happen.
You can cause it to do a false reading.
And it took me a little while to figure out exactly what it was. First I thought, wow, this is garbage. And then once I was like, I could hold it, and it was perfect. And I'm like, so, it's the vibration of the track, because it's so sensitive to what it picks up.
All right, guys, any more questions out there? We've got a few people that's joined us.
One other thing I'd like to say is I'm going to do a year-end video with the people's photos and all the different things that I've gotten from talking with my hands. But send me your photos of our products on your layout, so we can put you in our year-end video. Going to announce something not better than what I'm going to announce something a little different for Cyber Monday. Basically, I'm going to have a gift certificate sale. So if you want to buy yourself a gift certificate or encourage a family member to buy a gift certificate, check my Facebook page on Cyber Monday.
Facebook page is the Racetrack Scenics?
Yeah, Racetrack Scenics Facebook page. And
you
Kevin's
another
soccer.
one too, that's why.
Well, I have my personal one.
Yeah.
Kevin, that'll be on there too. And then Kevin, well, actually, I don't really put any soccer stuff on the personal one because that's all
Everybody else's.
Yeah, and then I've got a Kevin Soccer page, but basically I'm going to be able to buy a gift certificate and get a percentage more. So if you want your wife to buy you that new Targa Floria building that you've been looking at, you can buy the gift certificate, and you get more money than what she pays for. Or you can buy a gift certificate for yourself. You know.
Cool.
I love when it's like one more little present for me, another little present for me, another little present for me. And also, I'm looking for ideas for new products for next year. And he asked about new products coming out. Lots of low-profile buildings, as well as the facades. Now, these are freestanding buildings that are only a couple inches deep.
The facades that are against the wall.
Yeah, the facades are flat. It's a flat thing. These are
those
low-profile. So there's the freestanding, and you could put the gas stations along, this end, and it would stand itself and look right. Unless you were standing behind it, it would look wrong. Or facades are great up against the wall, or if you're going to, maybe make your own little back thing. So lots of those coming out. I try to put stuff out in small if I put everything all at one time, I'd run out of machine time to make it.
Right. So you do it in small sections or small bundles.
Release something and they buy 25 people, buy 25, 30 of them, and then it slows down. So I better wait till it slows down before I release something new. But I'm also looking for ideas for next year. So if anybody has any ideas, please send me pictures, more links.
What about the garage from VIR? Kirby Road is asking that. Not sure what you mean.
I would have to see a picture of it. I think I have a vision in my mind of what it is. And then there's the cool buildings that are off to the left. And there's a bunch of them in a row off to the left of the start-finish line. The delivery.
Yeah, Hey.
Kirby Road, send me a picture of what you're thinking and we'll get to work on it. Especially anything from American raceways, modern stuff, I would love to see what people would like to have.
Mark, how you doing?
Hi, Mark.
Really says his name too right. Princeton. It's kind of hard to say it.
We have a bunch of...
That's just nothing related to this. Is from Bo.
Okay.
So, all right, guys. Anything else you want to add? If Kevin's here, ask him anything. That's the whole purpose of this.
So, but anyway, thank you everybody for listening, and love your suggestions and photos of your tracks. And if you're in North Carolina, let's you're welcome to come by the shop and visit.
Pretty cool facility. I like it. It's got a lot of room.
And
Because you got a lot more power down there.
Yeah, now we actually have real power. It's nice that the lights don't dim when the laser fires.
All right, thank you, Kirby Road. Appreciate that. It's a great stream. Back to work. Back to work.
My son is there, and we're pretty much going to be running 16 hours a day for the rest of the year, probably at least.
I mean, you got the holidays now. You gotta,
we're planning on working straight through Thanksgiving because we want to get all the
orders out.
I mean, I'm hoping to hit 150 orders, something like that.
Wow.
Be nice. You know, it's like winning the lottery, but then you have to pay it back by working minimum wage.
Yeah. A canal covered for the Las Vegas racetrack would be a cool idea. That's the Vegas racetrack he's talking about.
I watched it. It just took me 3 days to get through it because it was normally I watch it live or it's in Europe or here. Like it started at 10 p.m. on Saturday, and I had church. Get up at 5 a.m. to go to church on Sunday, and it was crazy. Yeah. Catch you later, Kirby.
All right.
Canal covered for the
Las Vegas track. That's what he was talking about.
I'd have to see pictures of it. Yeah. Overall, I thought the race was cool, and the venue was cool, and it looked neat, and I think it needs to be in a different time of the year. A different time of the year there. A couple months earlier, it would be like
better.
Abu Dhabi, and then it would be also cool if it was at a reasonable hour. You know, it's like only at a reasonable hour in Australia.
Yeah.
What time did it start?
The race started at 10 p.m.
Our time.
No, 1 a.m. our time.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
our time.
10
p.m. their time. 1 a.m. our time. And the qualifying was even later than that. At midnight their time, 3 a.m. our time. Which is cool and stuff, but you know.
What market were they trying to hit? Where
they were trying to make sure that people in England could, in European countries, could get up and watch it at 5 a.m. or something like that.
Gotcha.
And also they had to close the streets because most of the streets are open during the day.
Yeah.
So they wanted to close the streets at 8 p.m. or something like 6, 7 p.m. in Las Vegas, clear the streets, and then so they needed time to do that, and then they had to wanted to open the streets for regular daytime use, and that's one of the reasons that they pulled the plug on the fans at the second practice. And they were offering those people $200 gift certificates for merchandise. And you know that's really only costing them $20 because they're having everything made, you know, for, you know, in China or whatever.
Yeah.
So a $75 hat probably costs them 75 cents to make.
Alright, no other comments, so.
Anyway, thanks very much, everybody. Feel free to contact me anytime you want, and we're gonna go get your orders out.
Alright, thanks guys for joining us, appreciate it.
Thanks again.
And you got a good one.
Have fun racing. Take care.